I've got a guest. Roy, welcome to the podcast, Filimo. Segala.
I'm fine, man. Thanks a lot. It's a pleasure to be part of what you're doing, and I'll be more than happy to be part of this with you and discuss about Omonia and the game, today's game, and be a pleasure, man. As people, Cypriots, we tend to be extreme and being patient and unbalanced. Like we say in Cyprus, you must unbaladi because it's from unbalanced. We get overexcited and then we get disappointed almost at the same time. So like at the beginning of the season, we discussed this privately again. Like I said, if you asked like Berg for the fans, he had like over 95% of acceptance, and they were like, hey, we should sign him for 5 years. And then when we got a couple of bad results, they're like, maybe it's time for him to go, maybe he can't take us to the next level. Or like the youngsters coming in, we're like, oh, we got the youngsters coming in and they're the best thing that ever happened to us and we should keep them. And then they're like, oh, maybe they're not as good.
But second half, we needed that little bit extra, that little bit of creativity. And lo and behold, Evalendon Mitin, a little Messi, when he changed the game, and the instructions are there. And it wasn't like a Ked Spire kind of losing your fucking marbles, going crazy, going, you fucking bastard, that kind of shit. They had a couple of shots that went over the bar. One of them went in the fucking Bodamo. Like, what, what do you want me to tell you? And that's not disrespect on them.
Yeah.
But Mogadi, I've got a friend. Oh, I've got a couple of friends. I've got more than a friend. I've got a few friends. I'm going to start that one again. I've got a few friends that host.
I've also got one friend.
Just got one friend. Just one friend. It's my hand.
Yeah.
And then
Lejax is best left back of the league, no doubt in my mind. I don't care what anyone says. Lejax is the best.
From a physical, from a mental standpoint, because don't forget, they're moving home. If they're from a different country, they're going to come to Cyprus, they're going to look for a house. What about their family? All of these things take time. It's a process, right? Yeah. So player comes in, they don't hit the ground running straight away. You know what the fans are like? He's shit. We don't want him. But who do you think is out there, Roy, who we can bring in? Because this is what I want to ask you. Who do you? Because I hear a lot of Omonia fans, and some of them message me today saying, we need that creative midfielder that can come in when Yordi isn't playing. I'm like, okay, fine. I agree, because when Yordi isn't firing on all cylinders, we need someone there that can give him a rest or whatever. But who is out there? Who? It's not people. People are telling me we need to. This is what we need to change, but who are going to change it with?
In all honesty, it's not my job, man. It's not my job, but there's thousands of players out there. Okay, I'm not going to say hundreds of players. Okay, you're going to tell me it's the budget is this, that, and the other. But you didn't answer my question. Is in what position?
What position? Sorry.
Do you think? What you said is true, and I understand. And these are reasons to make you reluctant or like a bit, hesitant not to sign a player in January, and I do agree.
Would you take Ortega back? Would you have him back?
No.
No? He's still available for a free, but then again, he hasn't played football for a long time.
No, I wouldn't. No, because... No, I want a number 8.
Complaints about the victory. We kept the clean sheet again.
Yeah.
So happy as Larry, like a pig in shit at the moment, isn't there? Yeah, but it goes back to what I said yesterday. We won our game. The onus was on Apollon today to win. They didn't. They needed a 7th minute injury time equalizer. It was more like play until Apollon score, right? But they had the one job to do to win, and they didn't. And this is what I'm saying about pressure. And I said it in my Instagram video. They're grabiedes now. They're breaking. They're crumbling. Grabiedes.
It's nice and warm. I don't want to rub it in, but it's nice and warm here in Cyprus, man. Actually, I'm going to take my hoodie off. I'm gonna stay with the.
Fuck off. I can't do this, man. I can't do this. I've got people saying to me, the weather's nice in England. It's cold. It's snowing. It's like, what are you talking about, man? What drugs are you on? Yeah. I'm not worried about them. I'm not even going to say their name. That's how irrelevant they are. But going back to this game against Salamina, the best way I can describe it is job done, like I did in the last show. But the difference is this one, we went to the Beriptero, went in, and that's it. You know, when you finish from the Thalasol, when you finish from work, you're driving home, you're off of the Beriptero, you go in, you're done, that's it. It's not like you're going shopping with the missus, you go to Alpha Mega, you go in there, you're spending an hour in there buying stuff that you don't exactly need. This is what we did at the weekend. We went to the Beriptero, we bought our stuff, fuck off, and let's go home. Ade, Gani. That job done.
Before we can talk about the second goal. The second goal was a nice link up between Thiago and Lejax, and then Lejax one time movement or Chepa left the defender behind him.
What was the defender doing? What was he doing? He was on Chepa. He stepped forward. I'm thinking, are you trying to play offside? Are you serious? Is that what you're trying to do? I didn't know what he was trying to do there.
Actually, it reminded me of what you said last week about the poor defending. It was like, what the fuck are you doing, mate? I'd be gutted if I played football with my mates and someone did that. I'd be gutted, man.
He stepped off him. I'm thinking like, and the thing is, Shepherd's in front of him, so he's not even trying to block him off. Block him off, man. Get your body in front of the player. You don't have to foul him. Just get your body in front of the player. Check him. But he steps out. I'm like, what are you playing offside? What are you trying to do? You can't be offside if it's a square pass, Gumbare. What are you doing? On the Omonia Instagram page when the team lineup was announced, and people are saying, "Oh, why isn't Botek playing? Wasn't he playing?" And I'm like thinking, okay, I get it. He's a fantastic footballer. He's great for the club, but at the same time, this is the manager's decision, and the manager has to make big decisions. And to be fair, if we were losing games and he wasn't playing, then I'd say, "What the fuck? Like, why isn't he playing?" But we're not losing games. We haven't lost a game in 12. So, and I'm sure Botek will agree that you're not going to change your team. 14, do you know what I mean? 14 in total there. So you're not going to change your team, a winning lineup, for the sake of, to appease the fans or to cheer up a player that's maybe not happy at this moment in time. I've had people sending me screenshots with Govendas, with Eric, and he's just saying, I don't know why I'm not playing. Well, leave the guy alone, because he's not going to give you a different answer. Every answer I've seen is him saying, I don't know why I'm not playing. Well, he's not going to say, well, I'm not playing because, I'm not playing because, I'm not playing because. Of course he's going to say, I don't know why I'm not playing. So can people please stop messaging him and ask him why he's not playing? He isn't the manager. And even if he knew the reason, which he probably does, he's not going to tell you. So leave it out. Leave him alone.
Το Αποέλ ήταν μια ομάδα, ρε φίλε. It was run by Petridis, and his power and ability to control things other than the four lines. I'm not saying, I don't want to get misunderstood. In these 7 years when Aboel won the titles, there were years that they had the best team and they were good. And, you know, maybe a lot of Omonia fans are not going to like what I'm saying now, but they deserve to win some titles. Maybe not all of them. Αλλά ήταν πάντα μια ομάδα που ήταν του πρόδρομου. No one was on top of Petridis. Εντάξει, ήταν του μανιταρά. Ήταν η ομάδα που όλοι ελαλούσαν τον, φίλε. Είτε ήταν μεταγραφές που έκαναν, he used to bring on players, he acted as a manager. Mm-hmm. He had this, like, gangster style, like, you know, nobody can touch me, nobody can fuck with my team, you know. What I want, I'm going to get. Όποιον παίχτην έθελεν, ό,τι έθελεν, έκαναν τους ούλους, ρε φίλε. Και το πράγμα τώρα, he's lost his power. He's lost the game. He starts from πάνω ψηλά, που και ξεκίνησε, ρε φίλε.
He's gone from Gaddafi to Gaddafi.
Yeah, έτσι, ρε φίλε, ναι. I was going to say, it reminds me of Scarface, the last... He's like, fucker, you know, gets the machine and stuff, everyone, you know. So, generally,
we keep clean sheets. That's the main thing. Fabiano doesn't.
13 clean sheets this season, man. 13 clean sheets.
It's incredible. That's incredible. The defenses win titles. Defenses win titles. Might
not be the most attractive football, but you know, it
doesn't matter. I don't care about that. I don't care about that, because as far as I'm concerned, when teams win the title and it's got the list of all the previous winners, it doesn't have a little star next to it, a little asterisk saying, "Oh, but they didn't play the best football."
I can't wait anymore, man.
Look, if Foddy puts his chance away at 2-0, then the game's over.
Yeah, you're
getting this cigar out. You're Bill Clinton and they're Monica Lewinsky. That's what it is.
That's what you should put as a title for the game.
There you go.
For this missed penalty did was just, prolong the stress a little bit more. It wasn't as if they were, attacking left, right, and center. They were threatening us or whatever. It's like I said, εν παραπάνω τα προηγούμενα χρόνια να μπούμε σε κάμνα να νιώθουμε ότι something's going to go south. It wasn't, as if they did something and they deserved something to get out of the game. For me, αν ετέγιονε σήμερα 2-0 ή 3-0, ήταν να πιο δίκαιο, ρε φίλε.
Tell me something. If you're an Apoel fan, would you be upset?
Never.
There are many factors that contributed to our loss today. It's frustrating. It's annoying. But again, I try to find the positives, and as do you. And it happened. It hurts. It's frustrating. It's annoying. But tomorrow morning, it's another day, and we move on. And we get the victory at the weekend. And the next podcast we'll be doing cartwheels,
That's going to be the intro, synchronized.
Synchronized cartwheels, yeah, with slow motion as well, When we did the podcast the other day, we were so down. We were so, oh man, it was just like, let's just get it over and done with. And, but we were saying 9 changes, and it could be a blessing in disguise. And here we go. We go to the Tsirio prior to the goal, because while Loizo will get the plaudits for the goal, and he deserves it 100%, Shepa, what he did to that defender, and people won't really notice this because they're too busy focused on the goal. But the first thing I saw was the defender made the mistake, first of all, by getting touched tight with him, because Shepa's got his back to goal. So he's waiting for the ball to drop. The defender has got so tight with him. So when he's come so tight with him, Shepa could just spin off, which is what he did. And that was brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant. Now, yeah, but look, again, I try to pick holes out of things. And if I'm that defender, I'm not getting so tight. I'm keeping him at arm's length. So at least if he tries to spin off, I can pull him down. For me, that's rubbish defending, because you want to take one for the team, bring him down and get a yellow card.
Loizo's Jame coming to Stavigato, we're going to show Jame ankle breakers if it was a basketball game, and the other way, and sometimes we say that Loizo's age shows and his inexperience, but yesterday what he did to them, it was an amazing finish. And saying that Loizo's yesterday, he was the best game I've ever seen him play, not only because of the goal he scored, but tactically, he was tracking back, he was defending, because he was helping the team. And if you see Berg, he always give him instructions, and he would clap and say, "Bravo, Loizo, purtes pison, bravo, puto gasto, and bennes tos stondon dobos, tus tobus, tus kenus, tus chorus." And he was a constant threat. No one could control him.
Yeah, man, absolutely brilliant. But as you were saying about the Santos incident, shall we step on that first, or pardon the pun? Jesus Christ! Jesus. Oh man. Oops. Yeah, let's talk about that one, shall we? Before we talk about the penalty.
Why are they complaining? We scored the goal. It got disallowed by inches. Okay, it was okay.
Good decision. Good decision.
Then it was a penalty, blatant penalty, and not only a penalty, it's a red card.
Yeah.
Βάλουν 5 λεπτά καθυστερήσεις, παίζουμε 7. Οκ, δεν έχει πρόβλημα. Δεύτερον ημίχρονο. Πάλι φάουλ. Επάτησε τον Λοΐζο, ρε φίλε, μπορούσε να σκοτώσει ο Παναθηναϊκός. Να σκοτώσει ο Μίτσι, ρε φίλε. Δάμε οι καροτήτες του, ας πούμε, για όνομα του Θεού, ας πούμε. Εν του διακάρτα.
And that was intentional. That was intentional.
It wasn't a mistake, Refile.
No.
Even if it was, είναι επικίνδυνο παίξιμο, ρε φίλε. Και ο linesman κάνει δίπλα του. Ο linesman δίπλα του. Και ύστερα ξαβέζουν και καθυστερείς τους τραφκένουν και λαλούν για τιμοκαταλόγους, για τον Παπασταύρου, ότι Ομόνια... Τι έκαναν εχθές. Δηλαδή, ποιο είναι το παράπονο ακριβώς της ΑΕΛ. Εγώ δεν καταλάβω, ρε φίλε. Πραγματικά δεν καταλάβω.
The Omonia game against AEK, a 1-0 victory, which got a bit lucky. And what I will say before I bring in Roy is, yesterday was St. Patrick's Day. And for all of you in Cyprus that may not understand St. Patrick's Day, it's all about the luck of the Irish. And I'll tell you this for now, we've got the Drifili, we might as well have the 4-leaf clover because today, Kobelja, Dichin.
And Ben Shop, put up penalty, no one there. I mean, what were we thinking? What were we doing? I don't understand, seriously.
The goal that we conceded yesterday was the type of goal that we've been critical of other teams in the past. Yeah. Ball watching, not tracking the man. I thought you said Denic had the ball. He had enough time to go to the Kuzina to get his bricki, right? From the Maragi to put it on the Gajera and make a Gafer man, for crying out loud. He could have made the Ighlijin. That's the amount of time he had to cross the ball.
How is it going to help the team if they say, δεν πιάσαμε τον Ακιντόλα, δεν πιάσαμε center for, δεν πιάσαμε κάποιος στη θέση του Τζόρτι, έφαγε τον Μαυρία, ο Λάρκο είναι πια... There's 5 more games, shut the fuck up, wait for the league to finish, and then in the summer, that's going to be the hobby. That's all we're going to be talking about. Who we should sign, who we shouldn't sign, who... Now, it's just stand behind the team, okay? Stand behind the team, stand behind the players, stand behind Berg. What are you going to do? You're going to go sign players. Now, you can't. You're going to bring Mavria to full match fitness and he's going to play the rest of the 5 games. You're going to do that with Eric. What are you going to do? Okay, we've got these players. There have been mistakes, but it's not the time now, man. Just stand behind the team.
Let me tell you something, right? I haven't even introduced this podcast properly because I've been building this. I've been building this up because all day I've had people messaging me, Re, I'm nervous. What the fuck are you nervous about? The goddess.
If we have to characterize Omonia since the beginning of the season, is that we are a team, Refile. We're a team. This is what we are. I mean, we might not be, attractive every week, but we're always a team. And today was a very solid performance at a very, very crucial time of the league.
Pardon the pun, the goddess have got all their eggs in one basket now, which is the cup.
Allora, Stel, caro Seivra, Refile.
Nice to have you back, man. Your voice sounds raspy, man.
Refile, so I sound like Vasilis Karas, I think. Kalispera και καλή βραδιά. Τι γίνεται, ρε παιδιά?
You can't feel it. Shall we do that? There's no point. And I'll tell you why there's no point. Because Endaxi, that first half wasn't 100% great. Yeah, it's fine, man. It's fine. I told you, if your missus wants to be on the podcast, let her join us.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. No, she's just because the baby's asleep. And she's like, you start recording. Anyway,
I'll be quiet. I'll keep it down. I promise. Sorry. So, as I was saying, the first half performance wasn't great. The second half.
Go for it, man. As we've been saying since the beginning of the podcast we started doing, it's for us to lose. And hopefully we're not going to lose it, Refile. Yeah. Hopefully we're not. The truth is, I texted you. I don't know. I started feeling a bit worried the last few days. I'm feeling the stress. I'm feeling the stress. So that's another reason you don't see me as happy as I should be, but we're still there. When we win, it's going to be like, yeah, for sure. But I mean, we're talking about the best keeper that maybe have played in Cyprus, Fabiano, for me. He's not only the best keeper this year, he's not the best keeper Omonia ever had. He's one of the best that ever played the position in the island, Refile, Fabiano. the talk about Eric started since then. And I remember, because it was the first podcast, and I remember saying, and you saying the same thing, that, you know, it's the media that want to cause a lot of trouble at Omonia. Obviously, Eric wasn't happy. He wasn't going through the best phase of his time at Omonia, because he's a big player and with an ego, and he wants to play an important role, and you can't play an important role when you're sitting on the bench. That, the way I see it, is probably going to be decided the last game against Apollon. Και just που έχει αρχίδια the size of Burj Khalifa.
Yeah, go.
Send it to me.
I'll have to show it to you. I'll send it to you. But yeah, all's well that ends well there. And, you know, I never did. I'll say this now, and people are going to say, oh, you say this because you guys have won the game. But I say this because at no point did I think we're going to lose this. At no point. And once again, it goes back to what we said time and time again. When this team goes a goal behind, it's not over. They play to the 91st, the 92nd, the 93rd, and the 94th, however many minutes. They keep going. They don't know when they're beaten, and this is a sign of a championship-winning team, man.
No, I'm not a kid anymore. I'm 41. I've got a family, but still, let's go. Fucking shilakam, savichos, So, ναι ρε φίλε, τούτον, ελαλούσαμε όλο τον χρόνο ότι αξίζαμε το, έγιναν πολλά καλά πράγματα μες στην ομάδα, and it wouldn't change a thing, whatever happened. But now we won it, we deserved it. Εν καιρός να πανηγυρίσουμε, αξίζει στον κόσμο, παραπάνω που ούλα στον κόσμο που αξίζει το πράγμα ρε φίλε, που περίμενε υπομονετικά τόσα χρόνια. Και ναι, η ομάδα στο σωστό το δρόμο on all levels ρε φίλε. And it wouldn't change, because I'd be a liar and a hypocrite if I changed what I said throughout the whole season just because of one result. So at the end of the day, we're champions, and rightly so.
We went through a really difficult period, and I think we understood the demands of European football compared to football in Cyprus. And Henning Berg was making numerous changes to the lineups, rotations, which is what he needed to do. And, you know, I think you and I have been watching football for a very long time, so we know these decisions that were made by the manager were for the best of the club. You know, he wasn't just, you know, making decisions just for the sake of making decisions there. You know, the fact is, he knows exactly what he's doing. He's won titles in different countries, in Poland, in Hungary, you know, as a footballer, he's done it. And Philemon, you can never rule out this manager. You can never rule out these players. But what he's also done, he hasn't just, you know, instilled the confidence, he's instilled the belief. And this is something that this club hasn't had for a very long time. You know as well as I do, you know, that 2010 winning team was fantastic. But I look at this team and you can see something special there. Do you know what I mean? It's like a family. And Omni has always been a family, don't get me wrong. I mean, you know, Derbyshire said it, Fofi said it, you know, Sufyan said it, everyone that we've spoken to. But this unit, you look at them, they're playing for each other there. I haven't seen this from a team in Cyprus for many years. Do you get what I'm saying? Even when them lot were winning it year in, year out, there wasn't that fighting spirit. Didn't it? You know, maybe I'm just saying this because we've won the league and the adrenaline's coming through me, and I'm maybe not thinking before I speak, but it just seems that this team, there's so much to come. I just hope that we can keep it together. But you know what? Let's not talk about the future. Let's just talk about now. Incredible season. Do you know what? Every single supporter deserves this. You know, I've had nothing but positive messages since I started doing these videos, since we started doing these podcasts, and everyone that's watching live at the moment. I think we've only got 13, 14 people. This title win was just for you guys as well, you know, because you guys have been through it. You guys feel it. Win, lose, or draw, you feel it. This is your club. Yeah. So for everyone that's been supportive of us and of the players, this is for you. Like you deserve it just as much as the players do.
And we started the game. The first, let's say, 5-7 minutes, we were, hey, Michael, champions. Ela, Michael.
I was waiting for you to start talking before putting that on the screen.
So you don't want to add on Michael.
Of course, man, there you go.
Ela,
Big Michael Lufner, man.
The king.
Lufner Van Dyke here, yeah?
Let's see. Michael has been Ela, Michael.
Top notch.
And
in training.
Running for walking.
Standard, mate. Standard. Listen, Ryan Giggs was exactly the same.